This is Bobby Blackhack. Welcome to the Red Shoes Podcast.
Put on your red shoes. Put on your red shoes. Put on your red shoes. Put on your red shoes tonight.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Red Shoes Podcast. This is George Red Shoes, and I'm in the studio today with Mr. Bobby Wilson with Bobby Wilson Music. Hello, Bobby.
Hey.
We finally made it, man.
That's right. I know. It's been planning for a while.
I know. So who is Bobby Wilson?
Oh, man. He's a infamous, nobody knows him, known all over the world, but not by anyone. Yeah. I don't know. It's difficult, you know. He's somebody who...
So where'd you grow up around here?
I grew up around Newport News area. Yeah, right here on the peninsula. Went to Menchville High School. Yeah.
Okay.
Went to Denby first.
Okay.
Then they rezoned. And then we just when they rezoned, they put me I was right at the cusp of going to Menchville, and probably one of the best things that ever happened to me. I got to meet a whole lot of really good people. I had some great coaches and some lifelong friends that I still talk to every day.
Now, we'll probably jump around here, but you were real good with track and field, I take it, in high school? Or
pretty decent. I wasn't, I don't know if you...
I've seen some recent videos of you pole vaulting.
Yeah. Long time ago. Jeez, long time ago. Like if you look around here, yeah, it was great. But, when you look out into the world, me being a college coach, I have the knowledge of, what good marks are really good, if that makes sense.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, it was good for this little area, but beyond that, I learned a lot of great lessons.
Well, did you have aspirations at school to pursue what you're doing now? Or?
Yeah. As a coaching and track and field, 100%. That shaped me right there going to school. And
well, how did you catch the music bug? I mean,
I always knew. I was like, man, that just one of those things where it's just like always wanted to. But I was also a firm believer up until about 32. I was like, if you can't sing, I don't care if it's karaoke, do not get up on that mic and howl at the music.
That's why you don't see me up there singing.
So that's just how I was. And then all of a sudden, I'm coaching up in PA at Bucknell. And it's literally the middle of nowhere. It's two roads go through the town. And it's like, it was summertime, and, the frequent watering hole, the owner, lived there, grew up there, blah, blah, blah. I was just like, man, you know what would probably really bring some people is you bring in karaoke. That probably would keep people staying, this, that, and the other.
Now, how old were you? What grade? I mean, or
was
high school?
Like 32. No.
Oh, so this is later. Okay.
Yeah. This is like 32,
okay.
32, something like that. And he ended up getting someone, and man, I tell you, I had a little bit of liquid courage one night, and I was like, man, forget it, I'm going to sing. And then, so I sang, my very first song I ever sang was Plush. And of course everybody cheered because it was the song, not because I sang it. I thought I did great though, because everybody's cheering, woo, that kind of thing. I thought I did great, but I
was everybody else drinking? And
oh yeah. I mean, come on now. It was like 11 o'clock at night, on a Saturday night or Thursday night or whatever it was. And, everybody also had liquid courage. So, yeah, that's the way that started. And then, I think being an athlete and a coach and having the spotlight on you, whether you're on the runway or whether you're on the track, and, it's kind of like trying to best your performance. And so that kind of sparked the whole karaoke thing for years. And I, wherever I would travel to, I would find karaoke spots to kind of go and sing. And I feel bad for those guys because, man, I tell you what, it was not good. Knowing what I know now, vocally with where I was and where I am now, yeah, it was not. I feel bad for those guys, and they were, everybody's always nice. That kind of thing.
Because when I first met you, so you time frame there, because you said you were 32 there, because I didn't meet you until 5 to 6 years ago at Daddy-O's,
Open mic. It was really, really good for about a month and a half or so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's when I met a lot of people. Yeah.
Right.
A lot of people came there from all over. A lot of people came from all over.
Now you were playing guitar then too. I mean, so how long have you been playing the guitar?
So I had a friend, bring me to my first open mic, which I call home base for me. And that's, Paul's Deli open mic with
Billy Joe Daniels.
Yeah, Billy Joe Daniels, and he's such an amazing guy and inspiration, and a true someone who hosts an open mic and encourages people of all levels to get up there, and
because he was the first big band that I started, and his Billy Joe Trio. So
I 2019 of August is when I went to my first open mic there, and then I think after that, watching and seeing what was going on, and my realizing, oh man, wow, I want to do that,
right?
Because that's the next step for me. Like when it comes to like athletics and trying to perform and get better and be in front of be in front of the lights and all that stuff. That was so I went home and sometime I want to say 2 or 3 weeks later I ordered my guitar that I played with up until I got the one that I have now.
Okay.
But I ordered my guitar and so I got that in September.
That's pretty wild because I just always thought of you playing a lot more before I saw you.
Yeah, so. Man, I'll tell you what, it was it was a struggle. Yeah. I got a real good story. My first open mic was disaster. Disaster. I'm one of those, when I dive in head first, I go in head first and I pushed it too fast and
just jumped out of the frying pan into the fire,
right into that fire, and I burned all the nothing but ashes after that 2 half song performances.
So who are your influences then? I mean,
shoot,
coming out of the gate, who did you like practice to, or
influences. I grew up pretty darn poor. So, and I grew up in the 80s, 90s, and even, the early 2000s kind of. So I was mainly a hip hop, R&B, rap person.
Right.
And then when hip hop kind of changed a little bit and started being kind of what we know now, I just realized I just didn't like it too much.
Right.
And that was around that like 28, 29, 30 age. And I was like, I want to listen to new music. And then I think country had just kind of changed just enough to where it started to become more mainstream and not the 80s, 90s country that I, grew up on, but I was trying to stay away from because that's what my mom listened to.
Old country.
Yeah. I wanted to be so far away from what the old people were doing.
Right.
And, but so that's kind of, it kind of right there at the end of the early 2000s, I started listening to mainly country stuff. Kenny Chesney was really big then. And so, then I just got into that because kind of hip hop and rap just changed to a point to where just wasn't really interested too much.
Plus, your acoustic guitar too.
Yeah.
So it's
so when I started learning, I started probably learning really a grunge. So like Pearl Jam and Luke Combs and Chris Cornell, not necessarily the band that he was in, but a lot of the songs that he did acoustically, and the songs that he covered, I learned a lot of those songs. So really Chris Cornell, Eddie Vedder, and then, you know, when you're talking about country, Luke Combs, Chris Stapleton, that's really who it is. But all in all, like, when I think of like, what are songs do I like to cover? Literally everything. So, I mean, you've been to enough of mine, you know, a little bit of rap.
Yeah. Because you got some really good mashups.
I really love mashups, man. I think it just gets people, you know, they just like, wait a minute, did he just go to that song? What? How does that? There's no way. Man, I tell you what, and then so I like that because that means I'm doing my job and entertaining. They're being involved in what's going on and stuff. So yeah.
Well, I mean, you're good at improvising too. I mean,
or maybe it's because I'm not good. I have to improvise. I forget lots of words, so I have to make some up. Sometimes I get some good ones, but man, I think more than 2/3 of the times I forget the words. So I'm trying to make sure it rhymes and it kind of halfway sounds right. And then that's when I start looking around to see who's actually listening, because when you see people turn their head, you're like, yeah, they're actually listening, as opposed to the rest of them, like they just didn't realize that I was.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, at this point, I just want to thank everybody for listening. This podcast is sponsored by 757livemusic.com calendar. So let me let you hear a little bit about them. This podcast is brought to you by 757livemusic.com, the go-to local live music calendar. Looking for when and where your favorite bands and musicians are playing? Our online calendar covers Gloucester, Yorktown, Williamsburg, Toano, Charles City, and New Kent. With details on live music at 55 plus venues, we've got your next night out covered. Check out 757livemusic.com today. On behalf of local musicians, bands, and venues, thank you for supporting local live music. There you go. So please do follow us on Instagram and Facebook at 757 Live Music. During this podcast, we're going to listen to 2 original songs by you, Bobby. The first one we'll get ready to play here is called Taking My Time. You want to tell everybody how that came to be? And
yeah, you know, it's kind of, I guess it didn't start out that way. It just kind of just ended up being a little bit about my my life story with coaching, literally coaching in Williamsburg, coaching in Pennsylvania, New York, Michigan, North Carolina, Texas, California, and then now going to Ohio. So it's just kind of like one of those things, just being someone who hasn't been able to stay in one spot, and then kind of I guess coming to terms with it, and then realizing what kind of makes you tick.
Right.
And so that's kind of what the song's about, just about a little bit of all of that.
Okay. Well, let's listen to it.
I've been down this road for a long time. A worn-out map with a bottle of cheap red wine. Dust on the dashboard, songs on the radio, looking for a place where the wind might blow. I've been down this road for a long time. I seen the sunrise burn over the canyon stone. Lay my head where the wild things roam. I've seen my love back there at the county line. Took a few wrong turns, but I'm doing just fine. I left my love back there at the county line. It's been a long time coming, but I ain't done. Searching for something just beyond the sun. Every scar I've got tell me I'm alive. Well, I've been heading down this road for a long time. Well, I've been heading down this road for a long time. Some folks find home in a house with a view. And me, I find peace in the passing through. The road don't ask and the past don't mind, so I'm leaving everything I can't carry behind. Well, I've been on this road for a long time. It's been a long time coming, but I ain't done. Searching for something just beyond the sun. Every scar I've got tell me I'm alive. Well, I've been heading down this road for a long time. Well, I've been heading down this road for a long time. Well, I ain't lost, I'm just taking my time.
Woo. All right. Man.
Well, you know, I'm a fan of yours. I love your voice.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, you've been very busy the last few months.
Yeah. It's
thanks to
very unexpected. Very unexpected.
Yeah, I know. Thanks to Rockstar Booking.
Yeah, big time Rockstar Booking. They really have allowed me to grow as an artist with all of the places that I've played.
Right. Well, I'm going to read off a few of them here because they're pretty notable. 7th Street Outside Stage, 34th Street Gazebo, Keegan's Irish Pub with Damian Wade, Ocean House Waterfront, and all those are in Virginia Beach. And then there's Lockside Bar and Grill, Bad Habits Wing and Oyster Bar, Smoky Bones, all those are in Chesapeake. You did a private wedding recently. Where was that at?
That was out in Gloucester.
Yeah. On the water, I think.
Yeah, right on the water. It's beautiful.
You've also Barrett's Seafood Restaurant and Raw Bar here in Williamsburg, Decoy Seafood and Barron's Pub in Suffolk, Red's Fill-In Station in Windsor, Virginia, Hi-Fi Tex-Mex Barbecue in Alexandria, Virginia, Fat Club Beverage House in North Carolina. And we can go on because, I mean, you've played at Corner Pocket, Brass Tap, and all the locals here. So, yep. Billsburg. Any of those venues stand out, or, I mean, did you?
You know, they were all great. I'd say we were talking about this, me, you, and a few others, and you know, specifically here in Williamsburg, you know, before I moved away 3 years ago, you know, Jolene's Pub or Jolene's Bar and Grill.
Yeah, that was
you know, like that was also like home as well.
Right.
It was just it was a really unique time when she opened up right in the middle of COVID.
Right.
And was trying to open up, and then COVID hit.
Right.
But it really became, once all that cleared away and bands could go back and all that good stuff, man, that really became one there. Played, I don't know, 4 or 5 times at Billsburg, and I haven't played there in a couple of years, but man, I really like Billsburg venue. like I like playing there. I played there with myself and with the band
Right.
a couple times.
Well, that's another thing. When you say the band, you have collaborations. You actually call it Bobby and Company, I think, when you on your advertising. And you've played at Cowboy Cactus in Yorktown, the Hunt Room at the Cavalier Hotel in Virginia Beach. Was it Catch 31 Fish House Bar, 31st Street, Virginia Beach, Ballyhoo's, Virginia Beach. And when it's Bobby and Company, it's quite a few people.
It's a hodgepodge of different people, man. I tell you what, through those open mics, I've just really met a lot of really, really good people first and great musicians.
Right.
And I say that because I met them when I was learning, when I was, vocally wasn't where I am now.
Right.
And, at least guitar strumming wise, where I was not where I am now. And people still,
they didn't shun you away. They took you under their wings and
right. And they play, like I'd say, hey man, just send text messages or whatever out. Say, hey, I'm going to this open mic. Would you go with me? Steve Jones, man. Steve Jones, my main man. Man, I'll tell you what, him and I have logged some miles. We've gone to Richmond to open mics back in the day.
Well, he was at the wedding venue, right?
Yeah, he played at the wedding with me. Yeah. And so, there's a few, but yeah, literally from Virginia. I mean, once I got started, I went from like I said, I dive in head first. So I went from Richmond all the way to Virginia Beach. I was going to all the open mics because honestly, when COVID hit, nobody was really doing music, right? So
yeah, they were doing live streams.
You go to open mics, and then that's all the musicians would clash there because there was no outlet other than a secret open mic.
Exactly.
That would, you'd basically
underground
get a message. Yeah. Underground open mics. and that's where I got to meet. I was just so fortunate. I think, for a lot of people, COVID really hurt a lot of people, and it was just such a terrible thing. But for me, musically, it was probably the best thing that ever happened to me musically. Because I got to really just be around so many different musicians that I probably would never have ever sparked up a conversation had that not happened, and I wouldn't have seen them or met them at open mics and stuff like that. So shout out to all those guys that were there at the beginning and didn't
still
say, and then didn't and
live to tell about it.
They had the courage to actually encourage me, and they had the courage to to play with me and say all of that good and just have nothing but nice things. And because I really think musicians need, especially at the beginning, they really need. You need to hear the truth, but you also need to hear it in a way that it's not tearing you down. Right. And people like Billy Joe are one of the very amazing ones that do it the right way, in my opinion. Yeah. When it comes to encouraging you. Right. No matter what level you're at.
Exactly.
So.
Well, we can't tell your story without your stint with the band Barricade.
Yeah. That was my first. I'll tell you what, it's kind of I attacked them the same way I attacked music at all the open mics. Dana had just gotten out of the group that he was with, and then I literally probably too soon was like, hey man, I know this thing in it and this, that, and the other, but man, I want to get it done. I want to start something, and I would love it if you would, this, that, and the other. Right. And, I had to track him down a few times. And, he was a little reluctant, which I completely get, knowing where I was. Right. And he had been touring before, and he'd been playing for over 20 years. And I completely get it. But man, once again, COVID really helped me out. And I got to meet folks like that, that really got us going. But yeah, they had that tiki party.
Tiki party, yeah.
Yeah, the tiki party.
Yeah, the famous tiki party.
After the
shout out to Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte is like one of the. Charlotte is the one. She, I met her at one of the open mics, and she was doing it as well. Yeah. And then so she was like, "Hey, you should come to this birthday jam thing that was at Jolene's
thing,
right?" And then that's when I actually had a conversation with Dana about, hey, getting together just to see something.
Right.
And that's the way it started. And then it was
you guys took off.
And then it was the tiki party, and nobody wanted to play because it was like 95 degrees, and we were playing in the hot sun, and I was sweating my butt off. But nobody really wanted to play, so I literally played for like an hour, and I think I ran like half the people off. They're like, I got to go to the store and get some. Maybe this guy will be done by the time I get back. That kind of sparked it, and then we met a couple of other people, and then Billy came into the picture. So after that tiki party, I was still texting Dana. He was like, hey, why don't you show up? I got a buddy, which ended up being Billy.
Right. Billy Montgomery.
Yeah. Ended up being him. And the three of us got together and had a practice.
I can't remember. Was Ronnie the drummer from the beginning, or he?
No, it was just us three. Oh no, I'm sorry. Well, and then bass player. Man, I'm so terrible with names, and he's forever in my heart, but for some reason his name is not in my brain.
Jack Taylor is the bass player that Bobby was thinking of.
But it started out with four of us. It was just one of those, let's put something together, and then we just kind of got together, and literally, like, I would say that we all were interested in the same thing. So when it comes to music, we just had the same vibe.
Right.
And that's where it took off. And I just, can't thank those guys enough for, allowing me to howl at the moon in front of them in their ears during all those practices and stuff. when I'm over here trying to learn, the best that I can, kind of thing.
Right.
But we all just seemed like the same kind of music, want to play the same. We knew that we didn't want to play all the songs that everybody else does. So we knew that we wanted to play good songs that not everybody necessarily really covers.
Right.
And I think that's where it started with kind of like the vibe that we got to, because we just played. And then so kind of like the first mashup that we ever put together was the Can't You See mashup, right? And that was the first one, and I had mentioned that, and and so I don't know the whole thing back then. All the bands and everybody does Can't You See, right? And so he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. He's like, everybody does that one, and then I think it might have been like a week later or something like that. We come back, and he's like, well, if we're gonna do that, then we need to do it with another song or so, blah 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 blah. And then we came into the song Thank You.
Right.
It was the same chords, or I can't remember exactly how, but I remember, like learning the song Thank You because Chris Cornell covered it.
Right.
And so I think maybe I suggested, well, how about we put Thank You in there?
Right.
And then that matriculated into adding Hey Jude, right? Because everybody knows that song.
Right.
And so it's kind of like one of those things where you just kind of you fuse all these songs together, and then at the very end, or those two songs, and then at the very end, it's just like, oh shoot, they just suit and then gets everybody to sing. If they weren't already singing along to Can't You See, they were doing it, waving their hands, and it just that was kind of like the vibe of us,
right?
And that mashup, and that actually really got me interested in doing mashups. So I really liked the vibe of putting.
You were also doing things like Jelly Roll, and
yep.
And stuff that not everybody else was doing. So,
Love the Way You Lie.
Mm-hmm.
I found, all those open mics. I found Emily, and the very first question I asked her two or three questions. I said, "Are you in a band, and do you want to be in one?" I think those are the first two things I asked her, outside of, hey, how are you doing? My name's Bobby.
Right.
Are you in a band? Do you want to be in one?
That's Emily Wilton, right?
Yeah, Emily Wilton. Yeah, yeah. And then so she tried out, and not many people know this, but she tried out, and her first interview did not go well.
No.
I literally was out of town. So I said, hey guys, I found this girl, and she is absolute amazing singer, and
I assume
we
that
need
was
her
at the studio, or
yeah. And so she goes and meets Dana, Billy, and what's his name on the bass, and Ronnie might have actually been a part of the crew at that point, or it might have been right after, something like that. But so she sang her voice out, and so she comes to the interview, and she can't sing, and then she's like texting me afterwards. She's, oh my God, I messed up, blah blah blah. I'm like, don't worry about it. I've heard you. Don't worry about it.
We know it's there.
Yeah, so she comes back a second time. I come back into town. She comes back a second time, and of course she nails it and kills it. And I was looking for that because I always felt like having a male female duo in a band is really cool because you can really do lots of different songs, whether it's your own songs or cover songs. You can just do a really good. And then I mean, let's be honest. I knew my voice wasn't where you know what I mean. It wasn't that great back then, but when I heard her, it was like, man, she's got to be in the band. So, that's awesome. What sparked that. Yeah.
And you recently, I was a part of this, so it was pretty cool. You did the VIP tent opening and closing party at the Virginia Beach Amphitheater at the recent Luke Bryan concert.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool.
That was really cool. And I think they need to, because it really wasn't a tent.
Right, yeah. I think we were talking about that the other day.
Section.
Yeah.
Like, in my opinion, a tent kind of downplays what it is. Like, I mean, it's a covered bar. I mean, section. It is. Yeah, it was really nice. I mean, water. There's water right there. You're like literally walking on a deck, kind of like you're out on the water. Yeah, it's a really, really, really cool thing. Cool. I thought that experience was like one of those, like, where do you go? And kind of thing, and what's your next? That was one of those where you take another step up in the direction of where you want to
go. Okay, so got another original. We want to play for y'all, and it's "Till the Candle Burns Out." Any backstory to that one, or?
Yeah, I wrote it for Brittany.
Okay.
Brittany Black, that's known in the 757. I wrote it like literally, so taking my time. I started that when I was living in California. When I was in California, I'm still kind of living there, but not really. But I started that and then literally finished it and put it together when I got here.
Right.
In the beginning of June. And then sometime around in June, I just started doing another one and found the right chords and all that good stuff. And it just kind of,
Cool. Well, let's listen to it.
So it's about a relationship.
We don't need a chandelier, just a little light right here, flickering on the nightstand. Let's end every laugh and tear, every fight, every year. Somehow we keep holding through the storm. We don't say it every day, but a love like this won't fade away. I'll stay with you till the candle burns out, through the silence, through the shouts. When the world is cold, I'll be here by your side. Even when the wax runs low, even when the winds might blow, our flames are dancing, there's no doubt. I'm gonna love you till the candle burns out. We made a life on borrowed time, stolen kisses and crazy times, little moments only we recall. The shadows on the bedroom wall, they stretch and fade, but through it all, how we keep holding strong. No promises are made in gold, just your hand that I still hold. I'll stay with you till the candle burns out, through the silence, through the shout. When the world is cold, I'll be here by your side. Even when the wax runs low, even when the winds might blow, our flames are dancing, there's no doubt. I'm gonna love you till the candle burns out. I'm gonna love you till the candle burns out. I'll stay with you till the candle burns out, through the silence, through the shout. When the world is cold, I'll be here by your side. Even when the wax runs low, even when the winds might blow, our flames are dancing, there's no doubt. I'm gonna love you till the candle burns out. I'm gonna love you till the candle burns out. Stay with you till the candle burns out, through the silence, through the shouts. When the world is cold, I'll be here by your side.
Man,
Very nice.
wailed right there. That last world, win the world. I guess I'm UK or something now. Win the world. Oh, no, that was the.
Well, I know you talked about.
I've been playing at too many Irish
I
pubs.
know, right?
It sounds like win the world.
You mentioned the fact that you cut your teeth on open mics and stuff. I do want to mention several of them that you have been to and part of, and obviously Billy Joe Daniel at Paul's Deli on Monday nights here in Williamsburg. Also Robbie Kearns at Yorktown Pub. Super Herm at the Corner Pocket Brass Tap, Patrick Ryan at Stuffed in Hampton, and Dan Nash at Boulevard Pub in Newport News. Is there any other ones I missed there?
Yeah, there's Dirty Licks.
Okay.
Host.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Cowboy Cactus.
Yeah, the Cowboy Cactus, or the
Yeah.
Cactus Cowboy, or the Cactus Cowboy Cactus. Yeah, we got Dirty Licks duo that hosts that, along with some other musicians, and Dan is a part of that. He does the sound for them.
Okay.
And Mainline Brewery up there in Richmond, Virginia. Been to before I moved away. I think since then it's been 3 years, but they do it like the second Tuesday or something like that of every month. So I haven't made it to there, but I wanted to, that kind of thing. What is there? There's definitely the first Wednesday of every month out at the XYZ bar out in Chesapeake. That is man, that's it's in a hotel. It's a hotel themed out of music, I feel so bad that I'm not.
That's all right. It's hard.
Yeah. So I mean, and there's just so many. There's just so many. There's so many that I've been to. Even with Damian Wade hosts Tuesday nights at Keegan's Irish Pub, so all that good stuff.
Right. And Aaron, Strange Ways Brewery. I know.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Been to that one. Yep.
And we kind of brushed over. I kind of missed some notes early on in the show. Bobby spoke about the fact that he is a coach, and he's a coach for some nice colleges. I mean, just to name a few that I'm aware of, and that's Davidson College in North Carolina, Angelo State University in Texas, and the Academy of Art and University School of Interior Architecture and Design in San Francisco. And was there any
William and
other
Mary?
William and Mary, right? Okay.
Coached at William and Mary. Coached at Bucknell University in PA.
Cool.
Coached at Central Michigan.
Okay.
In literally Central Michigan.
And mostly all track and field, right? I mean,
it's all track.
Yeah,
and
track
field.
and field. Okay.
Yeah.
And well,
I guess the last two stops were cross country,
right,
and track and field. So
cool. And you're getting ready to go to
Akron University, University of Akron.
Right. And you're a proud father to a daughter, Kirsten, who is Kirsten, I'm sorry, who is an amazing, talented volleyball player, number 9 for the Big Ten University of Washington. Go Huskies, right?
Yep, that's right.
And your son, Isaiah.
Yeah, that's right.
Are they fans of your music?
Yeah.
I've heard you practice over FaceTime with them sometimes.
Yeah, Isaiah isn't really. He's into his music and what he likes, and so him being autistic,
right?
It's a different thing. So it's not that he doesn't like what I do. It's
right.
It's that he's only interested in what he likes.
Right.
And so I've been able to.
What's some of his music? I mean,
oh man, It Ain't My Fault is one of his favorites, and I got him on that one like 3 years ago. It Ain't My Fault, and the Brothers Osborne band. It's something strong when coming over me. That song, I forget the name of that song, but yeah, like he's he likes some of the songs that I've introduced, like Luke Combs and Sableton and stuff like that. So yeah, he does. Kirsten, she's too busy, man. She's a 20-year-old in college doing her thing. So she's like I was when I was 20, staying as far away from the old people as possible.
And if you guys watch sports on TV, definitely check her out. We've been at Brass Tap a couple times recently and actually got to see a few of her games. That's pretty wild.
Yep, she's got another tough, of course, going into the Big Ten. She got there at UW. They were in the Pac-12, and then after her freshman year, the Pac-12 kind of dissolved.
Okay,
and so Washington had just played in the national championship game.
For
football. And I think that's what propelled their ability to get into the Big Ten.
Okay.
And then so them and Oregon are in the Big Ten. And so it's super tough conference for volleyball. It is the conference for volleyball nowadays.
Right.
Now it is. Really crazy volleyball. So, but yeah, she's Kirsten's number 9 on the number 9 on her shirt, number 1 in my heart.
There you go.
She's got a lot of.
So obviously, no music carrying on that you're aware of.
Yeah, I don't think so. They love to, they love to hear. She's 20, so she likes the new stuff because she didn't grow up. She grew up listening to country. Her mom listens to country and the old school hip hop, rap, and stuff like that. But she's just like like we are when we were young. Yep. We were listening to the newest stuff that came out. So
that was a big 80s hair band. So
yeah. She's definitely into hip hop, and since going to Washington, she was not into country at all. And then when she got to Washington, being around a lot of different people, she actually. Started learning in her freshman year. Started learning country line dances.
Okay,
and then I would go and see her, and she would be singing word for word country songs. I was like, oh, okay, all right,
nice.
So yeah, she does. She has started some of the new country and stuff like that. So yeah.
With that said, what's the future look like for you, Bobby, music wise? I mean, you working on anything, and just gonna keep pursuing.
Yeah, keep pursuing both. A plan is to like during the breaks, I want to be here playing music. So over Thanksgiving, I got 2 gigs and both at the Virginia Beach Town Center, one at Chicho's on Friday,
Okay.
and which is the 28th, and then the 29th is going to be with the band, Bobby Wilson and Company. We're going to be at Keegan's Irish Pub.
Okay.
And,
I love that place.
We're gonna have a pretty big crew there.
All right.
I'm gonna have a pretty big crew there. We're all staying in the West End Hotel, and we're gonna make a night of kind of like a Jolene's.
Don and I are gonna have to
make
make plans for that one for sure.
Yep. And then the West End is pretty cheap because it's the off season and all that good stuff.
Right.
So yeah, and it's like you literally stay right there and you walk. So it's
right.
Playing a 9 to 1 gig, that's a tough one to break down and then drive an hour home.
Exactly.
So I think that's going to be a really, really good night. But yeah, I plan to be back in the wintertime, or Christmas break, Thanksgiving, and then when the season's over in June, I want to would love to be out here, oceanfront, all that good stuff, doing all the kinds of gigs and stuff.
We'll stay in touch, and we can definitely do future phone interviews if you're not here. If things are going on for you, we'll try to get you back on the show. And
I'll be 8 hours from Nashville. That's my biggest thing is I want to keep writing, and I want to keep. That's probably the big thing. Is I'm done learning other people's songs. I want to learn my own.
Yeah.
And I've said that before, and I've got like 4 or 5 that I'm working on, and if I could get what I think is pretty decent, and I think the 2 that we just played, I think those are probably my 2 best written songs. So getting them, produced and all that stuff. And
awesome. Well, you're getting ready to head out to Billy Joe Daniel Monday night at Paul's Deli.
That's right.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on the show, Bobby.
Yeah, definitely.
This is Bobby Black Hat. Thanks for listening.
Put on your red shoes.